What's happening, y'all? At Brownback. Today got a video for you with the brand new Storm Typhoon. In this video, I'm going to compare the Typhoon to the Road Warrior. How do they compare? Let's get right to the video. First shot with the Typhoon. This ball is really clean, really responsive, but for a quote-unquote entry-level type ball, hooks a lot. All right, I'm gonna move two left here with my feet. It's not an uncontrollable down lane reaction, but it's quite a bit, and it packs a punch down lane. Typhoon has a RG of 253, a differential of 042, which is quite a bit of differential for this price point. Smells like grape punch, kind of like Holo Pearl. Three left here. As it get a little steeper, I need to start slowing it down just a little bit. I'm bowling a leftover house shot because this is where I would use this ball. I would not use this ball in the fresh unless I hit it with a lot of surface, and then I'm kind of defeating the purpose of the ball. So pretty good representation here of what you're gonna look like game 2-3 on a league house shot. Okay, I'm not gonna move, I'm just gonna throw it a little bit slower. As you can see, it looks incredible. I'm gonna use this ball game 3 of league. If they're really, the fronts are really starting to get beat up and I need to move away from it and kind of throw at it, and I know this thing's gonna retain a lot of energy because it's higher RG and it's got a good amount of diff in it. It also has AI core, which has never been seen in the hotline before. A lot of cool things going on with this Typhoon. All right, I'm gonna move two with my feet here. What I like about it, it keeps the pins low and it hooks more than a hustle. I really don't use hustles all that often. I throw a hustle X-ray every now and then, but it's got a lot of surface on it for when I'm bowling the shorter patterns. Hustles just don't have quite enough differential for me. With the bump up in differential in this Typhoon and a little stronger cover stock in that Reactor Pearl, I'm gonna go ahead and move 3 more. Slow the speed. Kind of got up on my toe there. As you can see, for a small core ball, it covers quite a bit of ground left to right. I'm not gonna move, I'm just gonna throw it better, just a tad slower. Well, that tad slower tells me I need to move a little bit further left. That thing went crazy down lane. All right, since I'm moving so far left, I'm just gonna go ahead and move 5. Continuing to keep the speed a little slower. And that's where I'm gonna use this ball in a tournament block, say game 6, 7, 8. Whenever they start to get really torched, and I can get left, and I can send it right really, really fast, I know this thing is gonna get down the lane, and it's got plenty of energy down lane to make that left turn that I need at 45 feet or so. Against the bar turn now. Just could throw it just a tad slower from there. Again, going on a little bit of a leftover house shot. I'm not sure if somebody threw a little bit of urethane. There seems to be a little bit of carry down. So you're really seeing what this ball looks like in live action. Okay, a little slower here. It got hit twice and finally fell. First shot with the Road Warrior. A lot smoother. 5 left. You can see the ball just want to start up so much faster. Obviously has a little bit more differential, but similar RGs. Another 5 left. Five more left. It's just way chuggier than the Typhoon. Earlier, smoother, not as continuous as the Typhoon. I feel like the Typhoon's a little bit more usable. All right, last shot here with the Road Warrior. Yeah, I think it's weaker than the Typhoon left to right. The Road Warrior is earlier front to back, so it's stronger front to back, but it is weaker left to right. I feel like I can do a little bit more with the Typhoon, where the Road Warrior is a little more niche. The Typhoon seems to want to do everything, and the Road Warrior kind of likes to be kind of trapped in the middle of the lane where you got a little bit of miss each way, where the Typhoon doesn't really need that. The Typhoon creates a little bit more friction as well. So cue the outro. Okay, there you have it, the Typhoon versus the Road Warrior. Road Warrior, much earlier, rounder, smoother, a little lazier. Typhoon, much easier down the lane, and it shapes a little bit more. Road Warrior is a good piece when the front of the lane starts to get chopped up. So is the Typhoon. If you like the Road Warrior, got a little bit more hand, you're probably gonna like the Road Warrior. You got a little less rev rate, you're gonna want the Typhoon. Typhoon has a little bit more shape down lane. If your Road Warrior is a little too smooth for your liking, the Typhoon is not smooth whatsoever. You're gonna want this Typhoon in your bag. If you like the Road Warrior and you want something a little bit stepped down, Typhoon is certainly that ball as well. As you can see in this video, you're not gonna have to worry about too much overlap there. Yes, they're both lower end symmetrical pearl balls. However, this Typhoon is night and day different for me compared to the Road Warrior. A little less differential in the Typhoon, a little lower RG in the Typhoon as well. So quite different. I'm a big fan of this Typhoon. I know a lot of league bowlers are gonna like this, and tournament bowlers out there, you're gonna want this ball because when they get later in the day and they start to get a little choppy, this Typhoon is gonna be that ball I'm gonna go to. It's gonna be so clean down the lane, and it's not gonna be too much core, but it's not too small of a core where I don't feel like I can get a predictable motion out of it. So very excited about this Typhoon. Make sure you head out to your local store on VIP Pro Shop and pick up the Typhoon today. If you like the apparel that you see in all my videos, please check out EFX over at apparelefx.com. Use that code for 10% off the entire website. And when you go to drill your next storm, Roto Grip, or Mountain Global product, make sure you throw turbo products in there as well as my favorite tool, Switch Grip. That's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have not done so already, I greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you.